Hey everyone, so my name is Leon, and today we can go over episode 17 of Big Brother 23. There's a lot of stuff going on in this episode, a lot of interesting scenarios that we can talk over. But with that being said, let's jump right into the episode. It goes right into the HOH competition where Kylan is the new HOH for the second time this season. Not a lot of people are happy about it, especially Oz and Tiffany. Tiffany wanted to win it for herself. Kylan tried to throw the competition to Tiffany. Tiffany chose one answer, which resulted in Kylan winning it. And also Azza, who wanted to win the competition for herself and wanted to kind of throw it to her, but Kylan wasn't really comfortable throwing it to her for the fact that Brittany, who is Azza's ally, chose him and Sarah Beth to compete in the HH competition. Basically, the HH competition is to two people choose an answer. So it's like a game of elimination kind of where if you like they play music and basically you have to choose if it's a rock call competition, HOH or the BO competition, and the fact that Brittany chose Sarah Beth and Kylan to go first kind of made Kylan not feel comfortable with having Brittany win the competition, and as a result, because Azza is Brittany's current ally, then she no longer wanted Azza to win it either. So they talk about it later on in the episode. Azza still is upset with Kylan. Azza feels like Kylan doesn't really hear her out or respect what she wants. Even though Kylan doesn't want to put Azza on the block, Kylan is also trying to understand Azza, and it's kind of hard for him to do so. This week, a lot of people, I would say the majority of the house, didn't want Kylan to win HOH due to the reason that they want to take out his ally Sarah Beth. So with Kylan winning HOH, a lot of people weren't happy about it. Xavier also comforts Azza, and he's the guy that's trying to keep the Cookout Alliance together of himself, Derek F, Azza, Tiffany, Hannah, and Kylan. He's trying to keep the six of them together, and even he's stressed out about keeping them together. Anyways, Kylan has his talks with some of the house guests. It doesn't show that he talked to all the house guests like in live feeds, but it showed that he talked with some of them. He's trying to put some people on the block. He has limited options. Basically, his options are, outside the cookout and outside his relationship with Derek X, who is another close ally of his. He only has the option to put up Brittany, Claire, and Alyssa, basically. And he doesn't want to put up Alyssa because I don't think putting up Alyssa benefits his game at all, which he's right about that. Why he put up Alyssa where somebody like, Tiffany wants to put up Sarah Beth, and Sarah Beth is one of his close ally too. So obviously Sarah Beth won't be also not hitting the block. So yeah, Kylan is having difficulty choosing nominees, but he ends up in the middle episode nominating Claire and nominating Big D for eviction, which I think having Big D, aka Derek F, as a pawn, I think is a okay. I think is okay choice, and I think with Claire is somebody who's really a good option for him to nominate anyways, because even though he's working with Claire initially, Claire is somebody who also has in the past with Tiffany decided to target Kylan in the upcoming weeks. So I think those are the correct options for him. Maybe he could have went Brittany and Claire instead of using Derek F, aka Big D, as a pawn. But who knows? I think I like the fact that Kylan thought about it. I just worry about him in the coming weeks outside of this week's HOH. But we'll see what happens. So finally, they go to the High Rollers room. So they chose, like they explained the twist and explained the three powers that you could win. So this week, people can compete for the the power that I mentioned before, where people get to place a wager on a player playing the beetle, and if that player wins the beetle, they get to also win a beetle as well. So it's like a second beetle twist. The next week is if you're nominated or if there's an ally of yours nominated, you can take them on the block. And then the last week is a flip a coin power where if you flip the coin and you call correctly, you can overthrow the HOH. I think that's the most powerful one. So you see Sarah Beth, Tiffany, Kylan, Claire, and I think Big D, yeah, Big D, aka Derek F, decided to play in the competition, and I think it was smart for all of them to do so. So and Tiffany unfortunately didn't get any points, so So Tiffany is not able to wager, but the other four people were able to have the ability to wager on somebody playing the Beetle. I like that what Kylan and Big D are doing. Make sure that they have the ability to take themselves off or to control the Beetle. I think Claire. I also like that Claire raging this too. Sal Beth. I don't think Sal Beth should have raged on this. I think she should have waited. But yeah, that was the end of the episode. So yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see who plays the Beetle and how this high roller twist would play pan out. So yeah, it's gonna be next few episodes for next few weeks. Gonna be very interesting. But yeah, that's the episode. Thank you guys for watching. More weekends coming soon, and adios.